What's up, guys? I hope you're doing great today. Keeping active, constantly looking for new opportunities. That's really the only way to live right now. And yeah, I'm so glad you're here joining me. If you like this video, if you like any advice or the tips we go over, please, subscribe, share the video, just show this channel some support, help it grow. I would really appreciate it, and it just helps things go so much quicker and helps us all learn so much faster if you're actually interested in the channel. So, today I have quite a bit to speak about. I might break it up into two videos, but I'll really only be able to judge when this goes into editing. So yeah, but basically some of the topics I want to touch on today is why I chose cryptocurrency in order to generate my capital for my other projects. Keeping yourself safe, because obviously if you're investing in cryptocurrency, it's stored mostly on the web, or there are other options to store it, but the fact of the matter is that when working with cryptocurrency, you do have a potential to be hacked and lose what you have, and I mean, that's honestly the worst way to lose your money. If you make a trade, you lose some of your money, you can always lose from your mistake. You can always learn from your mistakes. But if someone's hacking into your profile and withdrawing all your currency, you learn absolutely nothing, and it just sucks altogether. I've seen it happen to many different content producers. I work in IT, so it's not unusual for people to get hacked, and I would just like to cover how to protect yourself against that, and then I'm going to cover a small amount of I'm going to cover a basic structure of all the different platforms I use, why I use them, how I use them, how much money I have in them, how much money I've earned from them. I'm going to leave all the links to the websites that you'll see later on in the video in the description below. So, please go ahead and bookmark those. They're going to make your life so much easier if you're actually interested in all of this. And before I start in talking about cryptocurrency and what I've done and how I've earned the money that I have, I just want to put a little disclaimer out there, because obviously in this line of entertainment, you can get into a slight bit of trouble. Everything I'm doing, I'm just showing you exactly how I've done it and exactly what my returns are. And I just want to make it clear that I'm not saying, go and take this trade or do this, or I'm really just trying to educate you so that you can make the decision for yourself, and that way, you can learn and it can benefit you. So I'm not trying to say, okay, you need to go make this trade and this will benefit you. And I'm really just showing you the results I've gotten and helping you learn from my successes and my mistakes. And yeah, that way, just a disclaimer, non-consuming, right? Yeah, okay, good. So onto the reason that I chose cryptocurrency to generate the capital for my other projects. The reason I chose cryptocurrency specifically is because if you look at a variety of markets, cryptocurrency has one of the highest abilities to give you a return on your money. And when I say that, in the cryptocurrency market, you could literally earn, it's not unusual to earn up to 30, 40, 50% of your money back during a single day. And I know of very few other opportunities that can actually yield that kind of return on your investment, exempt from starting your own business and property and stuff like that. But basically, for just generating the capital, today alone, there were multiple investments that I saw that hit 26% return on an investment, 38%, and I think the high of the day so far when I checked was about 54% return. So, almost doubling your money in one day. So now that I've explained why I chose cryptocurrency and kind of the potential that it has, and why I'm using it to generate the capital for the other projects that I have, which will be on the channel later. I'll talk to you about them, but for now we're focusing on generating the capital. I just want to talk to you about staying safe with your investment. So basically, because you're working with cryptocurrency, it's on the web, you have access to it over the internet. I just want to talk to you about how to protect yourself from other people taking it, and the methods that I use to do that. So when I go to the platform section of this video, which I'll be screen sharing with you guys, you'll see an app I use called Exodus. Now, it's a fantastic wallet to use. For something I really like about it is that, as opposed to a lot of the other platforms I use that store your money in your wallet online, so all you have to do is log into it and you can transfer it. It actually stores to your computer, so it actually locks it onto your hardware of your computer. You get a restore link that you always use to restore it in case your computer crashes or whatever, but that's one thing I really like. Now, the most important part of this, and how I've seen most people get hacked and lose their money, is with their cell phones, with their cell phone number to be specific. And please go remove your recovery number from your Gmail account. That is the most important thing. All of these different platforms are going to ask you to sign up with your email address. Obviously, you don't want 1,000,001 email addresses. It's going to be confusing. You have your primary one, and basically what can happen is when you sign up, obviously all your private keys and your information get emailed through to you on your Gmail account, right? So on your Gmail account, most people would have seen a little option, if you're assuming you're using Gmail, but most people would have seen that option for add a recovery phone. So, and a lot of people had that, and previously, before I saw a whole bunch of people get hacked, I used to have that option. It's quite easy to remove. You go into your settings, and I believe it's under account and recovery. Just go look for it. It's kind of simple to find. I might screen share it later if it's needed, but I don't think it will be. Basically, and sorry I keep saying that, I'm getting out of that habit. I'm learning. A whole bunch of YouTubers and content producers and public figures, and I know this is kind of a niche example because it's public figures, but I mean it can happen to anyone. What happened was someone ended up calling their cell phone service provider and pretending to be them and getting hold of their number and some of the information from the cell phone service. And I've actually seen that happen in a hacking seminar I once watched. Like I said, I'm involved in IT, so I kind of only only focus on investment. And I've seen multiple people get hacked with the method of calling their cell phone service provider and duplicating their SIM card. Now, once you have access to someone's cell phone number and you've duplicated their SIM card, when you go into Gmail, one of your recovery options is to, if you forgot your password, is to send a link to your number. If they have duplicated your SIM card, that link will go to them, and they will then have access to your Gmail. From your Gmail, they can pretty much log into any of your platforms, including get access to that restoration link for your offline wallet that I was talking about earlier. And then they can transfer those funds to themselves. And one thing about cryptocurrency, it's decentralized and run by the people. There's no banks that control it. It is literally peer-to-peer, which means once a transaction is made, it cannot be traced ever again. You will never see that money ever again. So that's one of the downsides to cryptocurrency, but it's also one of the pros, seeing as, it's not governed by people. It's not governed by banks. Literally, the people control it. So, I'll go into more about the pros and cons and the technology behind cryptocurrency throughout the series, but today I just really want to focus on the platforms I use and give you guys a small introduction about the various income streams I have, because through these platforms, I think I've managed to make quite a lot of money, and three of them are actual additional income streams on top of actually the value of the stock going up. So I'm going to start screen sharing with you guys. I think I've covered everything with regards to security, so I'm going to screen share some of that with you now. If you feel lost about anything that I cover, or you feel like you needed more information, do not worry. I'm going to release a video specifically addressing each of the platforms with their own individual video, so that you can understand how I use it properly and how all the functionality of it and why I use it. But for now, I'm going to go over just the simple details of this is why I chose it, this is how I use it, and just give you a basic idea of all of the different platforms. So if you do feel lost, please do not worry. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'm happy to address them in a later video. And you know what? You can never, ever, ever lose out from asking a question. You can only learn something that you didn't know. So, please interact. I'm here to help. So yeah, let's move over to the screen sharing.